quick. There it is. That's the one. That's our logo.
I was really hoping you would play the wrong one again.
No, that would have been embarrassing. That would have been embarrassing. But no, I just I realized I had that one, 2-3 videos underneath, and I forgot. Whenever I have Mike or Anthony or one of those Get Right guys come on, I'll play that one. It's rare. Mike is the one that normally comes on whenever we do Keep Trade Cuts for some reason. But yeah, so sick logo. Yeah. Throwing the man under the bus. Hey, look, man. I helped him. I helped him in Mark's used to this though. Mark's used to this. We love Mark. I'm pretty sure his whole family likes to throw him under the bus too, but it's all joking. It's all fun. It's like, I think, what was it the other day? We were talking about your girlfriend. Oh, your mom had asked me and Sandy and I, when we were going to have kids. And then you're like, yeah, Martin, when are you going to have kids? And I look at him like, right? I'm like, well, when are you going to have a girlfriend? And he goes, oh, yeah, okay. Kind of looks down, sips on his beers, and continues to watch the game. So, yeah, get out of here. Until you come up with your end of the table, or your food on the table, I'll put mine out there. But until then, no. Anyways, all right, let's get into this breaking news today. Mark, go ahead, lead it off. What did you hear today? Or recent news that involved 10 years?
Apparently, when Tom Brady retires, he's already got his next job lined up.
Yes, sir.
10 years, $345 million.
Oh my God.
To be an analyst at Fox.
Yeah.
That is ridiculous.
Look, dude, I think it's good for him. I think it's great.
I think it's good for him, but it sucks for the people who went to school to be a journalist.
Yeah, it's kind of rough. Like, you've never even stepped foot in the booth, and like, here's all the money.
I mean, at least I hope he studied sports journalism when he was in Michigan. But
I'm sure. Well, I people are like, oh, is he gonna be good? Is he gonna be like? I think he'll be fine because in all his interviews and all his like weird like tweets and stuff, they're all pretty funny. He's a lovable guy. I think.
Well, I think since he's been at Tampa Bay, I think he'll be good. But
yeah,
you talk
his
about
personality's definitely come out more.
Yeah, talking about before, I'd been like, I don't know.
Well, he's not under Dad's rules anymore.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Well, I think when he was on the Manning cast, like he did a really good job on there. So
yeah,
So
it's just getting him paired with the right person.
No, I agree.
Yeah, I agree. And the thing is, someone like him, like we all hated him before going into freaking Tampa Bay. We're just tired of seeing him in his face in the Super Bowl, right? We all hated him. He's destroyed every single one of us at some point. We're all victims of what he's done. But I actually liked him in Tampa Bay. I grew to like his personality. I grew to like the way he is, the way he carries himself, even in his commercials. They're pretty good. And
yeah.
I think after his first Super Bowl win, I think it was officially like this guy loves life. He loves life. He loves football, and football is life for him. I think me and Mark, our very first episode aired, because we do have an episode that we have not aired. That one is trash. But the very first episode that was aired, we had Tom Brady completely plastered.
Yeah,
completely plastered. Like
throwing the Lombardi Trophy.
Couldn't walking through the gates of from
the avocado tequila.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
It was bad. So I remember that. I'm like, this guy is just living life right now. So he's but at least he has something lined up for him.
Well, that's why his one tweet was really funny when he told Matthew Stafford to he's like, slow down, man. Trust me.
Yeah, drink some water.
Yeah, drink water.
And then in his recent tweet, the Oakland Raiders one, where he tagged them about the fumble?
Oh yeah, he goes, he looked both ways. It was a fumble.
Yeah. We all know Guy.
I was like, you just trolling him now.
We all know Guy. Who was it that answered? Was it Charles Woodson?
Probably.
He had done an interview with Woodson before, and he jokingly said, "Yeah."
Yeah, but someone replied to that tweet though specifically.
Probably then.
No, I want to say it was. Yeah. I think it was Woodson. But no, it was really good, man. In other smaller, really insignificant news, I think the Bears just picked up another receiver.
They got a QB.
They got a QB.
Nathan Peterman.
Oh yeah, that's right. Back up to Josh Allen.
Nathan Peterman.
Yeah. I forgot about that. He's a good backup that I know of.
Oh, they signed Dante Pettis.
That's who it was.
Yeah.
Like I said, insignificant related news to what recent have happened today. It was Dante Pettis. Formerly, what was it, like a high draft pick? He wasn't a first, was he? Was he a first? He was high. I think the 49ers had drafted him to become like the it thing, and then just didn't fall through, and then went to the Giants. The Giants also said you're really not as good as you used to be in college, and it's just not falling. And now he's with the Bears, who the Bears need absolutely everything when it comes to offensive weapons.
Yeah.
Except for Moody and Komet, which I like to say
he was second round pick.
Second round, yeah. He's a high draft pick, so yeah. I like to say Komet and friends or Mooney and friends. I'm trying to come up with a name for both of them and just name it and friends, because we don't know if it's Byron Pringles, St. Brown, or damn, I already forgot who it was. You just said his name. Who was it? Pettis. Dante Pettis. Yeah. Who cares? Look, the Bears. I don't care. Okay, I like that our fellow coworkers live in Chicago. Do I like the city? I would love to go see it. I've heard great things about the city. I want to go there eventually. I plan on going there really soon, and I expect to see these guys and drink with them and mess around and have a good time. Whatever. I'm sure they'll show me a couple of those bars around there, but the Bears themselves are just like in a weird situation where it's like, you didn't upgrade your line. You knew that was your biggest problem, but yet here you are drafting 2 DBs, which also a necessity. But I felt like if they were going to go receiver, I felt like they should have maybe gone sooner, then go DB. I don't know. They didn't have a first.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just glad they didn't trade up, because I think that would have been a waste.
Possibly.
Yeah, because they needed so many needs. Like, you might as well just try and acquire as many draft picks as possible. Because you're not bringing in big name free agents either. So,
but I'm just saying, I don't think they're poised to be very good this year. And to get rid of draft capital in this very stacked draft that's coming up would be just a horrendous idea.
I agree.
Especially because they would have taken at least a first for them to move into the first round. And I'd be like, no.
Probably. I would agree. Yeah, they probably would have used it, at first. All right, so next year is going to be a lot better. Like way better. And me and Mark have been saying this for freaking years, man, or months since last season that they're not going to be that great. So Bears want to lose this year, lucky to win 5. Are you saying that the Detroit Lions are going to outbeat you? Yes, that's very possible.
I've seen recently that like the odds for Dan Campbell winning Coach of the Year are like skyrocketing for some reason.
They love him.
Yeah.
Honestly,
plus we get to see him in Hard Knocks. It's gonna be great,
right?
Yes.
Well, I think they wanted him last year, but there's that rule where you can't be
if it's a first year
head coach. So they were like, "Dang it!"
Yeah,
but they saw that interview and they were like, "We need you on this show now."
And then Tank said the biggest issue, like Martin said, is just what I just want to protect Fields this year. That's exactly what I want to do. I'm scared that we're gonna have another Andrew Luck situation. From what I know, he's a very talented, very smart young QB, and and you don't want to mess him up in his beginning years, because then they get frustrated, and they're like, you know what, this is not what I want to be, and then they get disgruntled, they demand a trade, go to that new spot already with bad terms. So, look at Baker. He's probably the most disgruntled QB in the league right now. So, but again, he said, but Lions just know how to lose. Bears win 5, Lions win 3, but should have won like 7. I don't know, man.
The Lions win more than 3.
I don't know, man. They're gonna win more than 3, bro.
Didn't they win more than 3 this past year? Or did they only win 3? 4? I think they won 4.
No, I think they won more. I think they won like
5,
more than 3.
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
I know like 85% of their games were within like 3 points or something.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
They were close in like every game almost.
That Vikings game with like 32 seconds.
Oh, don't remember that game.
Field goal over.
Don't. That game I would have won so much money on that game. So much money.
I know, dude. Your messages, you weren't in the group chat at this point. They were priceless. He was like, yeah, Giants. Or he goes, Lions get the touchdown, and they got the 2-point conversion 32 seconds away from my payday. And then I was like, ow.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right, there it is, Take. Thanks, man. They were 13-1. And that Steelers tie right there. That's the tie right there for the Steelers. I remember that. Look, so here's what happened during that game, okay? I placed my money, and I was like, one of these games they're gonna win, and I think it's gonna be this one. I would have came up with 5 large freaking Benjis, okay? And I put the money down. The odds were like, oh yeah, they suck. They're not gonna win at all. All right, whatever. I think they can, because the Vikings weren't doing so hot at the time either. And sure enough, by the way they were playing, I was like, oh, sweet, man. I literally, I have a TVs upstairs. I have a 40-inch and then like a 32-inch and another small one off to the side. Red zone, and then 2 other ones on specific games we want to watch. Yeah, we're nuts. Kind of like how Mark's house actually does.
Yeah, we have 2 TVs in our front room, so
yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm sure soon it's going to be like 6. So,
well, there's enough room for like 7. So.
7, yeah.
Everyone has their team, so I was like, all right, well, I'll put teams on whatever they want to see, whatever I want to see, and then we'll leave red zone on full blast auto, or not auto, but like the volume, right? And so we switched over to the Lions game. I was like, holy crap. This is when I was texting Mark. I literally was screaming. I went downstairs. I'm about to get paid. It's going to be a good weekend. And then I run back upstairs. My mother-in-law's like, And I was like, what? I look, and they, stupid defense, man. I hope Hutchinson does a lot better and he helps out. So we're gonna talk about Hutchinson here in a second. So thanks Tink for that survey there. I don't even know what that is. I just looked at. I need to learn how to do that. But anyways, thanks, man. But yeah, so we're gonna talk about these rookies coming in. We're not gonna talk about teams. We're just gonna talk about these rookies coming in, where they fit, how they'll fit, and what we actually think. First of all, do you want to go through draft order?
Sure.
Kind of just
that's probably the easiest way.
Yeah, so keep it more organized that way.
Yeah. So first and foremost, Trayvon Walker. Okay, out of Georgia, defensive end. First pick. Apparently, he's just an all-around type dude, as known as the Swiss Army knife. And sorry, man, I put that. They should have won that one. But yeah, what do you guys think about Trayvon Walker?
I think there's a lot of potential, but he's not fully polished yet.
Okay,
but he's got Josh Allen to learn from at least. So,
oh yeah,
so
Josh Allen's great.
Yeah, he'll learn so much, and then I think by the end of the season, you'll see a lot more of that untapped potential he has. I think it might be a slow start. People call a bust right out the gate, but I think by the end of the season, he'll be rolling.
Okay. Yeah. Mark?
From what I heard, the consensus was that Walker has the higher ceiling than Hutchinson, but Hutchinson's floor is higher right now. So, as Braden said, when the season starts, people will probably be like, "Oh, look at Hutchinson; he's doing so much better than Walker."
What's he doing over there? Yeah.
But then I think after a while, though, you'll start to see Walker. Especially, I think he has an advantage over Hutchinson because he has someone like Josh Allen on the other side
to give him that extra
help him.
He won't be
not
doubled
just help, but
all the time.
He can learn from him. He'll get the help. Whereas, I was looking at the defensive line for the Lions, and I was like, I think we had another maybe Chase Young year 2, maybe.
Yeah. Here's what I think, and a lot of people love him, a lot of people like him. The reason why he jumped up draft boards, this time last year, this guy wasn't a thing. We were talking about Hutchinson. We were talking about Hutchinson potentially coming in next year because last year we were talking about the recent draft of 2021. This year, Hutchinson was number 1 guy. The pro day and the combine skyrocketed, and he did really good. Teams liked him, and then that's what cumulatively they're like, wow, let's get this guy. And like what Braden said, he's have maybe a higher ceiling. Hutch is going to have a higher floor. I that's what I think. Ultimately, in the long run, I think Hutchinson's going to be better, and I think Trayvon Walker, it's going to be a boom or bust. It really is, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to be that great. I don't think he's going to be that good as much as a first-round overall pick. I think they probably could have grabbed Hutch instead. I'm still firm on that. I don't care. And we'll see as the years progress, or even this first rookie year. Now, Hutch doesn't have Josh Allen on the other side. So Josh Allen can't push the QB to that side. We won't see Mills. Mills could probably run the opposite way. Or Goff can run the opposite way. Not Goff, but, Davis Mills. Who else in that division? Matt Ryan. And who's the other team? Thinking of
Tannehill.
Tannehill. So Hutch probably have him running the opposite way. But when you got Josh Allen and Walker collapsing on both of them, dude, they're smashed. They got to either go run up the middle or just take the hit. That's where it's going to be dangerous for him. And I think that's probably where they drafted him for his speed. They drafted him for what he's capable of. He's a very athletic guy, but I don't think he's going to be a thing in 3 years, 4 years. I don't think he's going to be a thing. That's harsh to say, but he might. I don't know. But I think Hutch will see him for the next freaking 7 to 8 minimum years, at least. Walker, I don't feel that way. But, again, I could also be wrong. I don't think that's going to happen. He's got a very, like I said, he's that Swiss Army knife type, So I don't know if you have anything to argue against that, but I don't think he's. I just killed the mood there. I don't know.
No, I totally get where you're coming from because he could either be really great or just bomb out because there's so much expectation, especially being a number 1 pick.
Oh yeah, easily. And there's so much there's so much on him. He's 6'5", 272 pounds. Okay, into freaking
Jesus.
Yeah, NFL.com.
Well, didn't he compare himself to Clowney, like Clowney 2.0? Was that him?
I don't know. I'm not sure if that was him or not.
I could see a comparison where there was so much expectation in being a number 1 pick. And then the team that drafted you was like, yeah, you can go on. You can go be a mercenary for other teams. We're not going to pay you what you want.
Yeah, and here's the thing about edge rushers. D ends are it's not easy and it's not hard either. Their job is to outside contain. Sometimes they have to go in. There's this guy that the Falcons. I'm going to go back to my team just only because we we blew a first-round draft pick on him. I can't remember his name. Started with a V. Then he ended up going to the Titans. Number 44. Oh my gosh, he's gonna bug me. But number 44 started with a V. I can't remember his name. He did really good his rookie year. We were like, damn, this guy's gonna be legit. This guy's gonna be great. Yeah, Braden, if you're gonna look that up, that'd be great. But other than that, he moved on to the Titans, and he completely sucked. He didn't do anything there either. And then after a couple of seasons, he basically weeded himself out of the NFL. He might be on a practice squad right now, but he did really good his first year. And that's I'm a little scared that these guys are coming in. They could be bust. But anyways, that's how I feel about Trayvon Walker. Again, 6'5", 272, according to NFL.com. Yeah. So moving on. Unless Braden, are you looking it up right now?
Yeah, I'll let you know if I find it.
Oh,
Vic Beasley.
Yeah, Vic Beasley. Started with the V. Vic Beasley. That guy. Bum. Really good at rookie year. And he turned into a bum. That's all I gotta say about him, man. I liked him. I thought we were like, oh, this guy's legit. And then
But isn't that the case with most first round picks? Like, how many of them actually hit?
That's a very good research topic to look at, edge rusher. I would, that's something we could probably look at. How many defensive ends actually hit? Because he was with us for 3 years after that first contract. We went to the Titans, and he still didn't produce. So, but anyway,
it could also be one of those cases where like you come out like out of nowhere, no one really has tape on you because you're a rookie, and you're like, oh crap, like who is this guy? And then after a year, people are like watching the film, doing their research, like, oh, just do this, you'll stop them dead. And then it's up to that player to then do something different or to do something to like keep things going. And I guess he just didn't do it.
Right.
You know?
So
yeah, he last played for the Raiders in 2020.
Wow.
Oh, well. He didn't do much there, did he?
No.
Well, he played for the Titans and the Raiders that year. So
there you go.
Same year?
Yeah.
God, you really suck, bro. All right.
I liked him too. After that 1 year, I was like, oh, this guy looks like he might be able to do something.
I remember he burnt me on my IDP here.
Yeah, because wasn't he the same? He was rookie with Campbell, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't Campbell the other rookie? I was like, hey, this linebacking core is going to go places.
Yeah, no. Don't.
Other places.
He was on
away from Atlanta.
My very first year of IDP league, my introduction, he was killer. I was like, sweet. And then the following year, I got him again, nothing. The year after that, nothing. Then he went to the Titans, and I was like, no, dude, you suck. All right, moving on. Let's move on.
Aiden Hutchinson.
Trayvon Walker, Jaguars. There you go. And then we're going, as you said, Aiden Hutchinson, Detroit. My favorite pick of these DNs. I honestly don't understand why he wasn't first. In my opinion, I think he was still the number one. I still think he is the number one.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree.
But when he was picked, he went to the Lions. I'm like, all right.
I'm sure Detroit's okay with him being there too.
Oh yeah. I was really hoping that it would have been Josh Allen and Aiden Hutchinson. That's
the only thing I'm sad for is like that would have been insane. I think
that would have been nuts. And I was like, this is gonna happen because all the moves that the Jags have done on defense with Aiden Hutchinson there, and this is look, we're getting excited over this. He's not there. So what in the world are we thinking that why aren't we more excited for Trayvon Walker being there than Aiden Hutchinson? I don't understand. Why is it that all three of us? Well, Braden,
I mean, the potential is there, but I think we just like. Oh, you said Braden. I'll stop that.
Well, I was going to say, like, the whole thing is that Trent Baalke is the GM there, and he was with the 49ers when they picked was Aldon Smith, and he sees a lot of similarities. So he's hoping he can, strike rich twice with that. So, but I agree that Hutchinson's the number one guy. He should have went number one. But
yeah, easy.
I guess he sees a lot of potential in Walker. I don't know. We'll see if it actually turns out or not. But
exactly, we'll see what happens.
You're going for what can be there instead of what you know is there. So,
but then it also scares me that he compares himself to Clowney, and I'm like, well, we all know Clowney had his issues.
Yeah,
with like his motor. Like, oh, I think I'm just gonna take this play off. like,
yeah, pretty much.
And I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'd be comparing myself to Clowney.
So, all right, we're clearly
maybe it was Thibodeau who said that. I don't know. One of those top guys said that though.
Oh, Thibodeau, I could see those comparisons.
Yeah,
that I can see.
Yeah.
That
maybe it was him, but either way.
Do you see Walker week 1 starter?
Probably, but I could also see a scenario where he doesn't play a lot. Like maybe he gets burnt or something on a.
I mean, all of us were all happy about Greg Russo going to the Buffalo Bills, and him and Boogie Basham were like off and on. They didn't exactly.
Yeah, I can see them starting him, especially because of all the hype of him being the number 1 pick. Right. But maybe not playing like he'll play like the first drive, and then depending on how he actually does, whether he gets to stay in or not.
Okay. Yeah. So Aiden Hutchinson, I would say that I could talk for all of us. Yeah, he would easily be number 1. Now, who is on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson?
I got it right here.
So
I looked it up.
Romeo Akawara.
Oh, Akawara. Okay, his brother is also a linebacker too, right?
Yeah, he's the backup actually.
Yeah, he's actually Akawara. I saw that and I was like, wait.
Yeah, I just did it. I was like, wait, what? Yeah, his brother's the backup to him.
Yeah, they're pretty good. He's going to be a monster.
Maybe Okawara might get, a little one-on-one time on the other side because Hutchinson, you're going to have to go through double teams, my dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're going through the.
You're going to get that Chase Young treatment.
Yeah, easy.
But the good news is I don't feel like most of the offensive lines in that division are that strong, so he'll still get to eat.
That's true. Like the Bears, oh man.
The Vikings are so hit and miss on their offensive line.
Green the Packers are either injured or can't pay people.
So I think even though he doesn't have like a Robin on the other side, he'll still get his.
I think so.
Just because of the division.
So would you say easily IDP leagues? Is he like round 3? IDP only. Assuming all the linebackers are probably going to go in round 1.
Oh, I say round 1. My dad's going to draft him. The first overall pick.
If that happens, man, I'm going to laugh so hard.
I was like, why wouldn't you wait to do defense with your second round pick?
I don't know. If that happens, that'd be funny. That'd be hilarious. But so that's also offense. So in that league, we have mixing with a few cut veterans, with our rookies and with our veterans in there mixed in, and we have 7 rounds. That's how we play with ours. We have the 7 rounds. We have rookies. Obviously, are probably the top picks because they're the new hotness. It's Dynasty. But I wouldn't burn a first on that unless you really believe in a guy. But at the same time, if I'm looking at other squads, I'm like, I think right now the most points you get is through offense, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta go offense. That's your money makers. They're more closer to getting a touchdown than your defensive guys. They're closer to getting a touchdown than a sack, and the sack would basically get the same amount of points that your defensive player would get because you would add the yards, the tackle for loss, the sack, and the hit on the QB, all that great stuff.
Yeah.
So it adds.
Plus, I think he's only going to have the defensive line designation, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that they can't be good, but I just found in my experience that those linebacker defensive line combos seem to work out better.
Sometimes. Not all of them, though. I know Josh Allen has a defensive line linebacker eligibility. So, some of them get that, even though they play just edge, they have that role. So, so Aiden Hutchinson, second round overall pick. He was a beast of a man coming in from Michigan, and he is 6'7", 260. So a little bit bigger.
He's a big dude.
Yeah,
you say 6'7"?
Yeah,
6'7".
Good
so
Lord.
compared to Walker, who's at 6'5", I said. So, that makes a big difference. So 40-yard dash at 4.7, and that's quick, bro. For TN, that's quick. He's gonna be a monster, and I hope that he lays off easy on my Justin Fields, but I doubt it.
Can he be a guy who can do it himself though? I mean, I know he's 6'7", but I mean, even if you look at college, he had what's his name on the other side.
I think so. Maybe not his first year.
But I could see his first year actually being pretty productive, and then teams figuring out what to do to stop him year 2.
Mm-hmm.
But it's always hard to say.
It could go either way.
Yeah.
Because, some guys are just really good, and then they just can't be stopped. Like, we all know Aaron Donald is what he is. They know what to expect, but yet one.
You can game plan for him all you want, but he's going to win eventually.
Yeah. This guy can be him on the defensive end. So. Look at Myles Garrett, one of the strongest ones out there at the end. Josh Allen, another one. It's crazy to see that. Yeah, we studied him for the first year, but then the second year come around, it's not the same. Yet they're still productive. So we'll see. So yeah, any last thoughts on Aiden Hutchinson?
6'7" doesn't seem fair for quarterbacks Kyler Murray's height.
Jesus.
Hey, we lost to the Lions without him there.
That's
so.
true. That's true.
Oh my God.
But Kyler wasn't there.
Hey, Kyler just rolls out to the other side now.
Right. So I'm gonna go that way.
He's 6'7" guy. I'm gonna go that way.
When we watched that game, oh my God, that we had one Lions fan in the bar, drunk off his ass, and he was so excited, so happy. Mark, what show us exactly what he did in the bar the entire time, that Lions fan, when we watched the Cardinals versus Lions. Do you remember that day?
Oh, he had his hands up.
Yep, the whole time.
And he was high-fiving everybody.
The whole time.
Then he would sit down and he was just
up. Just up.
Nice.
For like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Went back down, took a bite of a sandwich, probably slammed another beer, went back up. Just walking around with his hands up. And we're like, all right, dude, you get it. And then, it was a pretty good day. Anyways, that's the Lions for you. They'll get more.
We don't play them this year.
They'll get more than 3 wins, guy. So that's this will not happen again. But yeah. All right, next guy. We have Derek Stingley, DB out of LSU, 5-star talent recruit coming into college or whatnot, and put a number himself. Obviously, one of the best DBs in the league at LSU, hands down. We were thinking Sauce Gardner. We were thinking, maybe Kyle Hamilton would go before him, but no, Houston went with a corner. Derek Stingley Jr. Again, not a bad pick. Great guy. I think he's
going to get to play a lot.
Say what?
Said probably going to get to play a lot.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think the Texans' offense is going to be great. So.
Well, I don't think their defense is going to be good either.
Well, yeah, but they're going to be out there on the field a lot. So
at least one player might be able to get taken off for the other squad.
Yeah.
So whoever that was.
Oh, they got Lovie Smith now. So
yeah. So for being 6'6" flat, at 190, plays bigger than what he actually is.
Agree.
So, junior from LSU. So, I wonder if he got better playing against Jamar and JJ. why he's so good, because obviously those two rookies came in the NFL and they were phenomenal. So practice one of the best in the leagues back to back multiple years, you would probably gain some skills on how to guard these guys. So
I'll say there's not like really any dominant receivers in that division, is there? Traylon Burks now?
Yeah, not anymore because AJ's gone. Yeah,
I think Michael Pittman, in my opinion. I think.
Yeah, but if you're usually going up against like Jamar Chase and those guys, like Pittman's pretty easy. I feel like he'll do pretty good because of the competition at the wide receiver groups in that conference or division aren't great for the most part.
Yeah, I think he'll struggle against the Colts though. Alex Pierce is too quick.
Yeah,
probably for him. Michael Pittman is just a big dude.
You don't think Alex Pierce would play in the slot though? Because I'm assuming Stingley's on the outside.
I think he's gonna be outside number 2. I don't think so.
Possibly.
But yeah, look. Either way, though, I think Derek Stingley he'll be just fine. We'll see how it goes in that division. Obviously, he's gonna play that team twice. Either he burns them or if he doesn't. Colts usually have success against the Texans, but using them as a third pick, Derek Stingley out of LSU, good draft pick. I'm not saying it's a bad one.
Well, they had like every need, so whatever the best available there was the best pick for him. I feel like.
Yeah, and that's who they went with, an all-pro cute corner. So I'm okay with that. All right, so next one, another corner, Ahmad Garner, the Sauce Gardner. Yep. Went to the Jets at 6'3",
and immediately tried to run away. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, what?
Oh, he got drafted. He turned left and was supposed to go right.
He was like, "Nope, I'm out."
Yeah, he did. Went the wrong way. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of Cincinnati.
Like, you drafted me. Bye.
Well, that's how Jameson Williams looked. Did you see all the pictures of him?
Oh God, yeah.
He looked so unhappy.
I think Jameson Williams is going to be really great in the NFL. Not obviously his first season.
Well, yeah.
Well, you guys might end up talking about him.
We'll get there. Yeah.
Next week.
We'll get there.
I don't know if I'll be there next week. I don't know. We'll see if I will or will not be. I will be in
EDC.
Yes. I was gonna say Vegas, but I'll be at EDC. Yeah, I'll be gone. Gone as in out of town, not gone as in mentally. So.
Well, you'll probably be gone mentally too.
Both, so
no,
you're gonna be in Vegas. Come on now.
Yeah.
You're gonna be at a rave, sir.
It's not just a rave, right? It's a festival. It's a festival. Let's correct that. But yeah, no. You're good. So Derek Stingley, DB out of Houston. Great pick. All right. So fourth pick. I know we said that. Sauce Gardner. My bad.
Sauce Gardner.
I think he's gonna be really good.
I think he is too.
He now has to practice against Elijah Moore. He now has to practice against Garrett Wilson. And then they brought in tight end out of CJ Ozama. Then he has who's the running back they just drafted too?
Breece Hall.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean he's got weapons to target. I mean obviously it's going to be Elijah Moore and Garrett Wilson, both speedy guys, both guys that he's going to have to develop some type of coverage. That's the perfect guys to practice against. Yes, they're both young, but I mean if you can contain them, you can contain probably just about most of the league.
Not those only guys are talented. But you have Robert Saleh as your head coach.
Yep.
Who was a defensive-minded guy, so that's like a great situation to go to for a guy like that.
Yeah. I think overall I would just say he's just straight up ball hawk, man. Just all over the place. So
to go your entire collegiate year and not give up a touchdown.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
And senior year, the most receiving yards a receiver got that he was guarding was 13. That was the highest in a single game.
Yeah.
That was definition of shutdown corner.
Is he the new Remus?
Yeah, right. New Revis Island.
Yeah,
is in New York.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be cool. However, that sucks for IDP.
It does.
Yes. If no one throws the ball there.
That's one thing about corners, man. It's hit or miss, and I prefer safeties over corners. That's just in my opinion. Corners, you never know how the QB feels about certain cornerbacks, and then if the QB doesn't throw that direction, well, then no points for you.
Looks like safeties get more tackles too, personally.
Yeah. I think they're more versatile. They're put in the box.
You'd have to find like a rare like corner who can like cover but like gives up a lot of passes, who then tackles afterwards for it to be like really worth it.
Yeah. I mean, even last year's number one corner, Diggs, he was still not as sufficient as what you were just saying, but he was still producing. Those picks that he was doing, was it 13 or something like that? Or he was gunning for 13.
Yeah, something, yeah.
It's either he had 10, gunning for 13 was the record, or he tied it. I'm not sure. I don't have it in front of me, but,
well, he was either getting interceptions or giving up touchdowns, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Yeah, the friggin' Carter got a touchdown on him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Everyone's like, who's Carter? Exactly. Washington guy that now plays for the Chargers.
He left?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, you guys replaced him with John Dotson. So
let's say we got Dotson. So.
He'd be all right. So we just mentioned this guy earlier. Kayvon Thibodeau, Oregon State edge runner, DN, as formerly was once the position that's what that call. How Giants? Good, bad, ugly.
Well, I think he has all the tools and the potential to be good, but when people are comparing him to Clowney, that's never a good thing.
No,
you never want your motor and your motivations to be questioned. But I know a lot of people that's why he was actually considered one of the top pick in the whole draft.
Yeah,
and then you had
after last year's draft, like when they did the way too early mock drafts, he was number one.
Yep, and even coming out into the combine, he was still up there. And then they started interviewing him, and you just see people like, oh yeah,
well, I think
talking about.
I think his interviews threw off people because he's not your normal football player. Yeah. I feel like he has. I don't know.
He's a streamer too, isn't he?
He could be.
He had higher aspirations after the NFL or during the NFL. Like he wanted to continue going through his schooling and doing that. And I think that's what the interviews itself threw people off about him.
Yeah.
Typically, average new rookie comes in like, oh, I come here to work. I want to
football 24/7.
Yeah.
Right. This guy, shame on him. God, what a D for being, what a dickhead for being a freaking, about wanting to have higher aspirations or ambitions for other things. To me, that's like, this guy knows what he wants to do.
I just saw on Twitter, Tyler Lockett made a big deal because he is a realtor and he sold his first house. And people are like, why do you care about selling houses? You're a football player. And he's like, I can't have outside interest, outside of football. I want to have a career outside of this too. Yeah.
Yeah.
People are human beings.
So I think that's how a lot of these teams took it as. They're like, oh, well, he's not football focused. We don't know if after his first contract he's going to decide to leave, and I think that's what it came down to. But that's the negative side of him.
But I also think it wasn't just that; it was he went and did the interviews, and then he didn't do anything at the combine.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Why are you not doing anything at the combine?"
Because I know I'm going to be drafted high. I think that's what it was. He knew he was drafted.
He didn't want to go to those other teams.
Yeah, maybe.
Nah, well, look, he landed in New York.
We'll see how that goes.
Would you say he's boom or bust?
I guess it just depends on how much effort he wants to put in. And also, it could be if he doesn't get along with Joe Judge. Joe Judge isn't there anymore. Who's the head coach?
No, he's gone. It's the guy from Buffalo.
From the Bills.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was going to say who Joe Judge there. It's probably not going to be good, but
Well, he's another one who's going to be on the field a lot.
Yeah.
The thing is,
he can be very. I think he'll wreck stuff when he wants to, but like he'll definitely have games where he's off for some reason.
Okay.
But like the rest of the team's not going to help him either. So.
Yeah, they just cut Bradbury, so
that team's in shambles. I
Washington.
One thing they did do is they actually kind of upgraded that line. Good for them a little bit. So
with the 8th pick, we'll get there.
We've been crying about it for the last couple seasons. But look, he's for me, he's boom or bust. We'll see how he does. He's very electric. He's very quick. He was one of my favorite DNs coming in. Him and Hutchinson way back in October. Before all the hype and all this crap, like me and myself and Mark, we evaluated these DNs first. Actually, he was one of the top ones in our rookie reviews prior to the season even ending, because by week 10, people just kind of like, all right, do I need to tank my season or do I need to focus on playoffs? So we started early. We've been focusing on these rookies for a while. So. He was one of my favorites, and he still is. We'll just see what happens. He's a very speedy rusher, and he's strong. Like, he knows what he's doing. He's smart about it. He's probably the smartest edge coming in. So I expect him to do some great things in his first couple of years, and we'll see how long that lasts. All right, moving on.
So he's also another person who managed to get into a division where offensive lines aren't that great.
True.
That is very true. We might actually see some really good things coming from him.
Yeah, because the Eagles are getting up there in age. The Cowboys lost like half of their offensive line, I think.
Yeah. So before we move on to Akeem Ekwonu, as good as he looks and how good as he is, how big do you think he really is?
Thibodeau?
Yeah.
Isn't he like 6'6", 280?
Brandon?
I got no clue.
Okay. Typically, DNs are about 6'5", 6'6". Yeah. This guy's shorter than the other ones. He's guy's 6'4".
Oh, so he is only 6'4". Okay.
He's a little shorter than the other ones, but he plays a lot bigger than what he is.
Oh, he's buff though. He can
6'4", 250. He weighs more than them, roughly. But he's very impressive. I think he only did the 40-yard dash. That's he ran a 4.5. That's still pretty freaking fast for.
Maybe he just took off plays because he was at Oregon. And the rest of the Pac-12 sucks. I don't have to play all the time here.
But a 4.5 as a DN,
that's fast.
That's receiver stuff, man.
Yeah.
He's coming at you, bro. He's coming at you, and he'll make himself real notice. He'll stamp his face mask in your chest real easy. So, So hopefully, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, he has a good career. All right, next guy up. Carolina Panthers drafted in the 6th pick Akeem Ekwonu at North Carolina State. I like it. They need to upgrade the line. Why not? Do I agree that they should have went with O-line first? Yeah, sure. Why not? A lot of people were saying QB. What do you guys think?
I understand why they didn't go QB because Matt Rule's on the hot seat. And if he has a bad year, I think they let him go. And you don't want to be stuck with the guy that they drafted at quarterback, kind of like where the Bears are. Because there's a lot of talks that maybe, the GM and the coach aren't thrilled with wanting Fields there. So I don't think Carolina wanted to get in that same boat.
Well, not just that, but I think if they drafted a quarterback there, that would have been one hell of a reach. None of those quarterbacks deserved to be in the top 10.
No.
I mean, just look where they fell. Malik Willis, who everyone thought they should draft, win the 3rd round.
Yeah, that was.
So I'll just say, I like it. They needed to build their offensive line. They lost some people over the last couple of years, and they hadn't really brought anybody in. So I mean, and they got a beastly offensive line.
Yeah. So adding Akeem Ekwonu there, I think it's gonna be. He's really good. He's just a mean dude. Easily the best offensive lineman in this draft class. So, I think that the Lions probably could have gone him, or even Texans, but they felt differently and they grabbed someone else. So he's a Panther now. Good for him. Hopefully Matt Corral or Sam Darnold can work with that and go from there. So yeah, let me get his size here real quick. Yeah, 6 overall. 6'4", 310 pounds. 6 big, so
he's a little bit smaller, but I mean, sometimes size and everything.
Yeah, but I mean, he outshined the other ones, so.
Evan Neal, I think, is like 6. I think he's another big boy.
Yeah, and let's talk about him real quick. Traded the trade from Chicago of the Justin Fields pick, to be correct. This was the Justin Fields pick, and I think that myself and Mark were just excited about this because who doesn't like Saquon Barkley?
Right.
And let's get this guy a little bit of, some protection there, a little bit rung class there. Out of Alabama, 6'7", 337.
Yeah, say 6'7". Yeah, say big boy.
Evan Neal.
Yeah. So let's talk about him being the first pick of the draft too.
Yeah.
There was for a long time.
Yeah. To Jacksonville.
Now, was there something at the combine that we didn't see that why Ekwonu went before him, or was it just?
I'm assuming Ekwonu just had such a good, pro day and combine.
Because I don't think Neal participated, did he? I don't think he did.
Might not.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and try and figure out who all was there and whatnot.
Yeah, so I'm not seeing any stats of what he did, just besides a player bio. But I mean, no, I don't actually think he did, which might have been the reason why he went right after Akeem Ekwonu, and then went to the Giants. Still not a bad pick. I mean, I like it.
No, let's just see if the Giants can, not ruin an offensive lineman.
Yeah.
Well, if they do, the Cardinals will probably take them in a few years.
That's true. Yeah. They do.
We
like to do that.
Pugh and now Hernandez, so just wait a few years to get this kid.
Surprised you didn't try to get Eric Flowers, man.
We only got so much money.
All right, so yes, like I said, 6'7", 337 out of Alabama. I like it. He knows how to control the pass blocking and the rush blocking, so that's what I did see. He's probably smarter than Ekwonu, so just the way he reads, protection off the edge and whatnot. So that's what I've noticed during some film that I was watching.
The Giants probably left out having him fall to them instead of Ekwonu, just because of how much bigger he is.
I think so.
And you have all these DNs and stuff in that division.
Yeah. Someone's got to freaking...
Especially when they had the 4th pick that they could have drafted him.
Yeah, you had their picks right, just wrong order.
I know. I'm still kind of salty about that. I had Thibodeau and them going. Just had them flipped.
Especially with Washington's line. Hopefully they can do what we expected them to do this season. So, all right, let's just end the podcast here. In the last one, 8th pick, and I get unless you guys want to continue, knock out 10 of them. Totally up to you. You guys are going to continue off the next list and go from part 2 of the rookie review. So, what do you guys want to do? What do you guys want to start off with next?
We'll start off with the. Do you want to do one more, 2 more?
Well, it's up to you, man.
We can round out the top 10.
Yeah,
top 10.
Yeah, then we'll start at 11 and go.
Fine, that's easy. My team, the Atlanta Falcons, USC receiver Drake London.
Great pick.
Me and Mark love this guy.
This is the guy I wanted Washington to get. You took him, Eddie.
Mark and I were watch this guy, and he's a beast, man. He he literally fights for every yard, and that's exactly what I like in any receiver, any running back. Like they just don't take the hit and go down. There's yards after the catch. There's yards after the run. This guy, uh, dude, he's long and tall, lanky, and he reaches out for the ball, gets that extra yard or two. I mean, that separates him from the most of this class. So at pick number 8, USC, Braden, what do you think of this guy?
Well, I think it's a great pick for you guys. I mean, plus you needed another wide receiver, at least like a top tier wide receiver with what's his name being suspended for the year.
Ridley, yeah.
Ridley, yeah. Mm-hmm. And then it helps out Pitts a lot, I feel like, because might open him up a little bit more.
Yeah, less pressure off of him. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's a good pick there.
Yeah, no, I agree. 6'4", 220.
Yes, I compared him to like Mike Evans.
Yeah, he's
being compared to Mike Evans a lot.
Throw the ball, he'll jump up and get it. Like he's not the fastest guy, but he's shifty. He can still break away when if
right,
when need be. Like he's gonna be good.
Yeah, and but when he's not the fastest, and I think that's why that's the negative part of him. He's not the fastest guy on the field, but so there's a little concern with the breakaway speed. That's the issue that
but if he can just throw it up and he just like reaches over people and gets it, I mean,
right? Like who cares? 3rd and 3. Let me just go up here. You go get it. Boom, first down.
Yeah. I do see flaws in that too, though. Like, that's an easy cracked rib right there. Easy. It depends. Now that all depends on Mariota and Desmond Ridder. So as long as they're not leaving him out to dry, maybe he'll be all right. But again, I think that he'll be fine there. Hopefully next year they draft another speedy receiver or something like that to counteract that balance of two huge guys, because ultimately this is kind of what we're seeing in the Colts. Alex Pierce at 6'3", Michael Pittman at 6'4", Mo Alley Cox at 6'6". Really tall guys, and maybe that's the strategy that they're kind of going with. Falcons are just slowly developing. Obviously, I think that it's going to be another 19 years before we actually see anything. As Mark was pointing out today in our chat.
Oh my God, it was a joke.
No. And I understand.
He did. He got.
I got it.
I was like, oh Lord, I was just kidding.
I just felt like
I just saw that and it made me laugh.
I was like, look, dude, I get it.
I think it made everyone scared to like it or laugh at it too, because not one person laughed at it.
Yeah, it was like 3 or 4 of them.
I was like, oh no, that was the other one.
Oh, well, whatever.
One person touched that one.
Yeah, we didn't back away.
I don't talk about my team often. All right, I don't talk about them as often as I should. I don't. I cover all 32 teams. I love the sport so much. Hey
man, you gotta take everything in stride. I freaking get made fun of all the time because poop rains down on us because you go to the game because our stadium is so bad.
And I'm okay with
my odor's under investigation for like 15 different things.
Yeah,
it's been a minute. There should be a new one coming out soon.
Right? Well, what's the next one gonna be? I just heard we're investigating because of our Mike was telling me because of the way we handle injuries or something. And I was like, oh, cool. Just add it to the others.
Yeah. Overall, the Falcons are going to be one of the most dominant in the red zone. If they can get to the red zone. Okay.
Pitts
and Drake are going to be like, oh God. Red zone's going to suck for them. Okay. Next guy, another tackle. So 3 offensive tackles went in the top 10. Charles Cross, a pick from Denver that they traded through was it the Russell Wilson trade?
Yeah.
Is how they got there first. So Charles Cross. I don't know. I don't know. This Seattle drafted really weird.
I love it. Russell's gone. They finally get some offensive line for him.
I know. I called that one too.
I know. I don't get it either. Why? They believe in Drew Lock. That's their guy. I thought they were going to pick up a guy in the third. They're gun-hoing it with Drew Lock. And
maybe they're just waiting for the Browns to cut Baker or something.
He's going to end up there. Like, I don't think there's any other team that
Baker maybe. That's the only thing I can think of.
I know Pete Carolina, so
Pete Carroll does like Drew Lock, apparently.
He does, but
I don't know.
You got to say that too. So
I don't know, but I mean, you've seen some people get traded places, and they're just like, "Yeah, we got him."
You mean like Mike Zimmer and who's the backup there?
Right, Kellen Mond.
Yeah, he's like, we've seen enough of him. He's not starting.
I don't always do praises on all their players.
I guess that's true. Gruden was that way with Haskins too. So,
I know he was very vocal about how he didn't want Haskins.
Yeah,
he was like, I want
a weapon or something.
Danny, he's like, I want Dandy Dimes, and if he's not there, defense.
Yep.
And he was like, Haskins.
Yeah, that's what happens when you let the owner pick. So,
and Gruden's like, oh.
So 6'5", 307 Charles Cross to Seattle, giving Drew Lock a little protection there. So I would go over on why Pete Carroll why he explained why they went after him. I don't really care.
I mean, it's been a need for years. But ever since Russell Wilson's been there, you needed. Yeah, get ready for the next QB, whoever that is.
I don't know. I think I guess Kenneth Walker is probably happy about it. I guess I don't know. All right, last guy before we close it out. Garrett Wilson, another Jet. First one was the Sauce. Second one was Garrett Wilson. So they went back to back. Speedy guys, one on defense, one on offense. This was the Seattle pick that they acquired last season, I believe.
Jets pick?
Yes. Yeah, no, but they acquired. It's a Jets pick, but they acquired from
Jamal Adams.
Seahawks. Okay.
Yeah,
Jamal Adams trade, right?
Yeah, that's exactly the one.
Well, it feels like forever ago that they traded for Jamal Adams, and the fact that they're still getting drafted.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not mad about it, but
I know you're not. That's another guy. I wonder if he's like, can I go somewhere else? No, I've already been on crappy teams.
Plan out so well.
Yeah, he's like, I've already been on crappy teams. I don't want to do this again.
Yeah, so, Drake London, Garrett Wilson, and Treylon Burks, these three guys in the last couple months have been arguing who's the number one, who's the number two, and who's the number three. I would categorize all three of these guys in the same tier. Garrett Wilson, probably the most well-rounded of the three. Not big like Treylon Burks, not bulky, or not big like London, not bulky as Treylon Burks.
Very Terry McLaurin-esque.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Like the same height, same weight almost. And the way they both play, it's very similar.
Yeah. Out of Ohio State, he transferred from. Was this the guy that transferred from Alabama to Ohio State or Ohio State to Alabama? Was that Jameson Williams?
That was Jameson Williams.
Okay. So, but yeah, 6 foot 183.
I know he got kicked out of Ohio State. They all got drafted before him. He's probably really mad at them.
Yeah.
Stupid Ohio State.
So, 10th pick ran a 4.38.
Got free pass.
So pretty darn fast. Good luck guarding both him and Elijah Moore. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, but you have Zach Wilson throwing the ball, so I'm still hesitant about that.
A lot of us are. I don't know how. Is he as good as everyone thinks? Is he going to prove us wrong? I don't know. I mean, I don't think he is. He can prove us all wrong. He had flashes that he could.
I hope he does prove us wrong because he was like electric when he's on. Yeah, but like there was just I don't know if it's just like first year in the NFL and jitters and like getting used to the speed and
injured. So
yeah, just
I got injured. Yeah,
I would hope that maybe he actually does produce. It would be nice to see the Jets actually be a threat. I don't see them surpassing the Bills anytime soon, though.
No.
The Bills are kind of where they need to be, and they're like a couple of pieces away. So, but yeah. So Garrett Wilson out of Ohio State. Like I said, one of the top 3 receivers coming into this draft. I would not mind getting either one of these in my first round rookie draft picks, except for the defensive guys, of course. But offensively, Drake London or Garrett Wilson, if they're sitting there and I'm, if they're sitting in my first round draft pick, I will definitely grab them there. I mean, if you're sitting at the 112, 111, 19, and they're still there, dude, that's a steal. So, yeah. Yeah. Other than that, that's our top 10. We're going to be doing this until, whenever. But tomorrow, we're going to do the Jaguars. Talk all Jaguars. A mini Jaguars episode. So
Clown Town. Yeah.
We're going to talk about Trayvon Walker and how Urban Meyer is still, oh my gosh.
Did you hear about Lambeau?
Yes,
yeah.
That's exactly what I'm trying to point out. That still there.
$3 million and a salary.
Yeah. So, Braden, are you able to make tomorrow's lunch hour?
Probably not.
Okay. No worries. You'll be the guy in the chair. It's
all
good. And you have more access to a lot more things. Finally.
Yes.
So, yeah. But yeah, tune in tomorrow if you're watching this wherever the hell you're at. We'll be doing Jaguars tomorrow. Just a Jaguars episode, and maybe Friday we'll talk about the Lions. Yeah, something like that. So, any last words of these top 10 prospects, linemen, O-line, D-line, DBs? Nothing at all.
Of the top 10, which was your favorite pick?
Oh, that's a good one, Mark.
All right. Yeah.
I like that question. Out of the top 10.
And Brandon and I can do it again next week too.
And it's not okay, look. I love Aiden Hutchinson going to the Lions, okay? I love look, it's what Braden said. The Lions probably were super happy that he fell to the second round because everyone knows that he's probably the number 1 DN. Just because he had a crap pro day or combine or whatever, and Trayvon Walker didn't. Hey, man, more power to you, Jags. Have fun in your beastly defense. Hopefully Trayvon Walker does what he needs to be done. That's my defensive guy. And of course, freaking Drake London, man. I cannot not be excited about that guy. So, yeah. What about your guys?
What you got, Braden?
Probably Aiden Hutchinson on the defensive line. I'm excited to see what he brings. Like, he's the most sure shot thing in this draft, I felt like. And then
he's a monster, dude. He's a straight monster.
Like he's basically a Bosa. So
maybe he's a nasty.
More scary.
Did you see the video where he lined up to the tackle and he pointed him out and he was talking crap? Yeah, dude, it's crazy. He's talking to crapping at him. He's pointing at him. God knows what he said. Probably a couple of F-bombs. And the tackle's looking at him. And the moment the ball was snapped, came straight at him and bulldozered over him like a father taking out his child at the park. Just completely ran his ass over. It was awesome.
Well, I think after Hard Knocks too, and people getting to actually see him and what type of person he is, he'll become a fan favorite immediately.
That's how Micah Parsons was last season.
Oh yeah. Because there was that one scene last year where they pulled him out and he's like, I wanna go back in. He's like, I'm not done yet.
He goes, that's not enough, coach. He's like, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
Not enough. Yeah.
And he's like, that's it? What?
Yeah.
Like, I'm done. Yeah.
No, we're going to need you to stay. No, I want to go back in.
I mean, that's a good thing to see. Like, this guy wants to go out and play. So,
yeah.
I'm assuming Hutch will be like that too.
All right, Mark, close it off.
I also really do like Aiden Hutchinson, but I'm going to go Drake London.
Okay.
I feel like that was a top 5 player that they got at the 8th spot. And I think he could be a wide receiver 1 in fantasy, with depending on what you do at the quarterback position, in at least 2 to 3 years.
Yeah,
that's why I'm hesitant about any of the receivers that went yet.
Right, I know.
Just because of the quarterback situation. Like, I think they all have immense talent, but the guy throwing them the ball is a little suspect right now.
All 3 of them too.
Yeah.
Well, when we did the night of the draft, we were like, Mike was like, "Which one do you think will have the most fantasy impact?" And I was like, looking at it, and I was like, why is it that every single team that has an established quarterback, they went defense?
Yeah.
I was like, what is this?
Yeah. So
I was like, that makes this question so much harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's going to be interesting to see how well they play. Tomorrow? No. Wednesday. Hold on. So tomorrow's 12, 13th. Sunday or Monday, the new schedule comes out, right?
Yeah, I was like, does the schedule just get released? Because I just saw something right now about
there's been
few of them.
Certain dates, and then there's been other leaks on like Twitter and stuff.
Oh, Washington plays the Lions on Thanksgiving.
Oh, sweet.
I was like,
I saw like week 17, the Cardinals played the Niners. I was like, whoop-dee. That's the big league. Okay, cool. Because that doesn't happen every year.
Right.
So,
at least not the Rams.
If you guys want to go ahead, that would be actually a really good show. If you guys want to talk about the show instead, or talk about the schedule,
we could do that.
It's up to you, man. Look, yeah. I'm gone, so have fun, Mark, and Braden, take over if you need to. Fall down the rabbit hole sometimes. So yeah, dude. Look, let me know. I'll create the thumbnail before I head out on my adventures. So anyways, that's our show. Top 10 rookies, a little bit of news there for you, and just a good old time and have fun, because Dynasty's all year, man. This is what it's all about, and football's all year. A lot of people are like, oh man, it's off season. Oh, there's a lot more going on, baby. All right. Anyways, this is Dynasty Pylon. That's Braden at the bottom. Mark is on your right. And my name is Martin. Good evening, good morning, good night, wherever the hell you're at. This is Dynasty Pylon. We will see you next week and see whatever show these two guys decide to do, because I have no clue what's going on, thinking in their head. So
I think Tank said he might join us too.
Yeah, God. If Brian jumps on, it might as well just be the Bears show, because that guy.
We will reel him in. Don't worry.
No, we'll reel him in.
We are not talking about the Bears the whole time.
Like, we're going over
don't
the
even have
rookies
a
of the
first round pick. Get out of here.
Yeah, we're talking about rookies in the first round. You're not in here. Go.
All right. Well, all right then.
Or unless we talk about the schedule, then we're like, you got 5 minutes.
Yeah. Which games do you think are winnable? Okay.
Have a timer for them.
Yeah. Here's your schedule. How many are you winning? That's it. Okay, moving on.
Okay, that was fun.
All right then. Thanks, guys.
No problem.
Have a good night. Later.
Yep.
Getting hyped when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave, eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched me elevate. I was born and when I watched me elevate. Dynasty of the